This 4th of July week, we have a unique story involving a symbol of freedom, an injured eagle able to fly again after a rare procedure. Sammy Selena has more on the process performed for the first time at a rehab clinic in Wisconsin.
The aroma of breakfast.
The hockey teams use smelling salts. We use Northerns.
Fills Winged Freedom Raptor Hospital in Spooner, Wisconsin.
Squirrels and rabbits, and heavy on Northerns.
Of course, this spread isn't for volunteers.
There we go. You're okay.
But the eagles they care for.
You are just not going to let me have this, are you? All right.
Kim Ammon
I mop the floors. I do everything from that on up.
started the nonprofit 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'm the founder, veterinarian. Okay, honey.
So injured birds, including owls and hawks,
Get you back together here.
can fly back to freedom.
There's a lot of training. There's a lot of smell. There's a lot of yuck, gooey fish.
A lot of fish.
But that isn't the hardest part of the job.
I really considered euthanizing her.
10 months ago, an injured eagle was spotted in a campground in Hayward, Wisconsin.
Found some blood and a wound on her leg. And it didn't look that bad to begin with, but as I started to work on it and all, I realized it was huge.
Likely from a fight with another bird, she had quite a gash to heal. But there was another problem.
I needed some way to either harvest a skin graft from her and put it over that as a patch, which was just going to be too big to try and get from anywhere. And so I got on the internet.
It's a biologic dressing that is like replacing the patient's own skin.
Dan Moradian is the chief technology advisor of Kere, an Icelandic company that uses fish skin to heal wounds.
It's really a scaffold that the host cells, the eagle's body, grow into and just promotes natural healing.
So, if you are what you eat,
Yep, that's her. That's Kere.
it only makes sense that Kere's best chance to be in fine feather
I just place it on
is an Icelandic cod.
the area where I want.
Humans use it too.
Microscopically, looks identical to human skin. And so since it comes from the cold, clean waters of Iceland, it retains all of the useful structure and factors in normal skin.
Still, Kere had to be treated for months, living a life opposite of what eagles stand for.
And they came to represent freedom and everything that's wild.
When Kim retired from her traditional vet role,
Okay.
she made her dream a reality,
Oh, yeah.
bringing a hospital like this to rural Wisconsin. It was retirement that allowed her to spread her wings. Now she's fighting for Kere to spread hers.
She would let me do the treatments awake. It was this just very odd calmness that would come over her, and she let me treat this wound. It was her personality and her willingness to work with me.
But that composure is no longer required.
She took us for a good chase this morning.
Finally, Kere is fully healed up
It's nice, thick skin.
I'll probably start crying.
and has an audience of volunteers who cared for her.
She's excited, we're excited. She's ready to go.
The price of her freedom is small.
Yeah, I'm a little sad. Yeah, it was a little emotional kind of looking at her and saying, this is the last time I'm going to hold you and touch you. Ready?
Compared to the reward of seeing Kere free as a bird.
Bye, sweetheart.
With photojournalist Mitchell Yale,
Hayward's the other way.
Sammy Selena,
Yay! Woohoo!
Kere 11 News.
Along with birds and humans, the skin procedure has been used on horses, dogs, a turtle, and a fish.